नमस्कार। बीएससी थर्ड ईयर पेपर फर्स्ट क्वांटम मैकेनिक्स में आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। मैं अनिल कुमार गुप्ता, राजकीय महाविद्यालय अजमेर के भौतिक शास्त्र विभाग से। विद्यार्थियों, हमने अपने पिछले वीडियो में डी ब्रॉगली हाइपोथेसिस को डिस्कस किया था और मैंने आपको बतलाया था कि डी ब्रॉगली ने इस ड्वेल नेचर के लिए किस प्रकार से अप्रोच किया। वो कौन सी बात थी जिसको कि या जिसके कारण डी ब्रॉगली ड्वेल नेचर पर आए। आपको ध्यान होगा, मैंने आपको कहा था, उन्होंने एक लाइन को बहुत नोट किया और वो लाइन थी, नेचर लव सिमेट्री। इफ वेव बिहेव एज पार्टिकल देन डेफिनेटली मूविंग पार्टिकल मस्ट आल्सो शो वेव लाइक कैरेक्टर। दिस वाज द हाइपोथेसिस ऑफ डी ब्रॉगली and this hypothesis was presented in his PhD thesis, and you will surprise that he got a Nobel Prize for his PhD thesis proposing wave nature of electrons. I also explained that the macro particle, the wavelength of matter waves are extremely small, hence particle wave duality is irrelevant for them. But as far as microparticle is concerned, it is quite important, and this hypothesis become very vital, and this hypothesis which is given by de Broglie was experimentally verified by Davison and Germer and G.P. Thomson. G.P. Thomson was the son of J.J. Thomson, who discovered electron. हमने आपको बताया कि जो डी ब्रॉगली का कंसेप्ट है अनेक एक्सपेरिमेंटल ऑब्जर्वेशन में है और उसके अनुसार यह रिजल्ट निकाला गया कि किसी भी डिजायर्ड सिस्टम का जो पार्टिकल नेचर है उससे पार्टिकल वेव नेचर का जो ड्वेल संबंध है वह उसके वेव नेचर के रेसिप्रोकल है। अर्थात किसी भी पार्टिकल का वेव नेचर तभी विजिबल होगा जब उसका पार्टिकल बिहेवियर डिसअपियर होने लगे। दोनों चीज़ एक साथ नहीं होगी। अतः हम समझ सकते हैं कि ऐसे पार्टिकल जो जिसमें कि बहुत लो मोमेंटम है, वेव पार्टिकल को प्रेजेंट कर सकते हैं और वेव से रिलेटेड थ्योरी को समझा सकते हैं। अब हम वेव पार्टिकल ड्युअलिटी की जो बेसिक फिलॉसफी है उसको समझने का प्रयास करते हैं। आप देखिएगा, लेट अस थिंक दैट व्हाट इज मीन्ड बाय ए पार्टिकल। We define it as an entity which have definite position, size, mass, velocity, momentum, energy, etc. And you know that its motion is described by Newton's laws of motion. It must remain a state of uniform or a state of rest when no external force act on it. Newton's first law. It should accelerate under the influence of a force field and move along a particle trajectory with a well-defined position and time relationship. So, in a nutshell, we can say that it is a picture of particle that we have acquired from our studies in physics so far. If there exists any entity which does not conform to this description of a particle, we should not call it as a particle. Now, let us learn wave. What is wave? A wave is characterized by its property of periodicity in space and periodicity in time. It possesses wavelength, amplitude, frequency, and propagate at a certain wave velocity. It can transport energy without transport of matter. It cannot be localized or extended in space. These are the basic idea associated with a wave, and if we find anything which does not conform to all of these idea, we must not call it as a wave. So, having this conceptual idea about a wave and particle, the next step is very easy. If there exists something in nature which has neither purely particle nor purely wave and propagate, but has property of both, for example, mass, momentum, wavelength, amplitude, frequency, and is neither localized at a point or not extended to infinity, therefore we must call neither a particle nor a wave, and for better name we simply call it as a wave particle. The fact there are no particle, no waves in the universe, but only wave particle duality should not unduly bother you. If that is the way nature works, that is the way we accept it. The definition of a wave and definition of a particle are still very useful. To sum up, the concept of wave particle duality applies universally to all the objects. However, since this duality involves Planck constant, which has a very small value, the effect is appreciable only in microscopic world. In the macroscopic world of our experiment, object obey classical laws of motion. Now, you might have realized that wave particle duality arises because of the finite value of Planck constant. In classical physics, it is assumed that Planck constant is zero, that is, energy quanta do not exist. Hence, it cannot explain wave particle duality. However, by now you have seen that there are compelling reasons to take energy in the quantized form such that each quanta of energy is equal to h nu or its integral multiple. This concept is very important, and I have written this topic separately, and the philosophy for the wave particle duality is also given here. One last word on the concept of wave particle duality. Its acceptance is not merely a question of belief or faith. It is a question of experimental observation and accepting a model for explaining them. Davison-Germer method, Thomson method experimentally verify this de Broglie hypothesis. This is all. We shall have some numerical practice or questions were asked in previously university paper. I will solve them tomorrow. Thank you.